Hi everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the love, thank you for the likes. Full moon today, so I've got an all sign reading. I think we'll do everyone today. Hope everyone's well. Thank you for everyone joining. Won't draw this out too much, we'll do it quick and straight to the point, just the way I like it. Who should we start with? Okay, should we start with Aries? Messages for Aries for mid-June for the Capricorn full moon. Messages for Aries for mid-June and the Capricorn full moon. Messages for Aries mid-June and the Capricorn full moon. Messages for Aries mid-June and the Capricorn full moon. Okay, I think three. Okay, we'll do 4 cards per sign. Ooh, interesting, Aries. The Hangman, Judgment, the 3 of Cups, and the Fool card. Do you know, Aries, I think you're going to have to finally get yourself out of limbo, make this decision, free yourself, and actually move on with all the opportunities to be having a bit of a hot girl summer yourselves this summer. I think you've been lingering in limbo for a while and you've kind of persisted on holding on to a certain type of energy. And this could be the energy of someone else, the energy of a job, energy of insecurity, something. It's had you in limbo and it's had you pretty fixed on how unsure you were or how unprepared you felt or how just generally you weren't ready and you were quite content to just hang around in limbo. And I think the time now really is with this Capricorn full moon to make the decision to finally free yourself. Jose, well done. Hi, Mark. Welcome, love. Judgment card. It's time to make this decision and it's kind of time to stick to it. You've been hanging around in limbo for long enough now. The Fool card comes as a bit of a reminder that if you surround yourself to whatever this is right now, you give yourself the opportunity for it to come back around to you willingly, which I think is perhaps more valuable than grasping onto anything, holding on way too tightly, knowing that it is perhaps time to let go and, you know, hanging around in limbo, not acting is just as bad as like deliberately sabotaging yourself. Like that's legit self-sabotage at that point. Aries, my strongest tourist vibe here is decide to let go and commit to it. Decide to let go and surrender yourself to it and just actually be free. You know, it is time to just lighten the mood a little bit, Aries. And it might serve you to be out and about with friends. It might serve you to be around other company right now. Welcome, Pamela. Welcome, Jose. Welcome, Tassini. Welcome, love. You've really got to let go. And you've really got to get a grasp on this energy, really get a grip on it. And the more reluctant you are to act on surrender and release and a decision that's literally in your hands and is screaming to be made right now, you got to take the leap, this risk, this leap of faith. You've got to do it, Aries. And the more you are around other people right now, I just think it will help mood for you personally, Aries. Right, who's next? Aries, Taurus. Let's get some cards for Taurus. 4 cards per sign. Really quick, really easy. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Ooh. Right, okay. Messages for Taurus. There's Capricorn full moon and mid-June. Messages for Taurus for this Capricorn full moon and mid-June. Capricorn full moon. Messages for Taurus for the Capricorn full moon and mid-June. Taurus. Messages for Taurus and the Capricorn full moon. Messages for Taurus mid-June and the Capricorn full moon. Messages for Taurus. Let's get some messages for Taurus. Remember, guys, if you've got a question, now is the time to ask. One question, one card, 1111. If you've had something that you've been meaning to get an answer on, something that you just want to know, you can drop a 1111 at rubyreadstarot.com on PayPal. Right, let's get a card for Taurus for mid-June. Taurus, breathe. Stop being so stubborn, girlflakes. Let's get some answers for Taurus. Ooh, Taurus, it's time to focus a little bit. Okay, Taurus, you've kind of been through this time where it's really been, hi Brianna, love, welcome. Hi Samantha, welcome, my love. Here we are, Taurus, 5 of Pentacles. It's been tough and it's been quite a process and it's been quite a journey. You'll be relieved to know that you've made it to source, right? You can come out of the cold now, the hard bit's over. You're really being asked to put some hard work into matters of finance. I would say get into the zone. I would really say the more work that you are willing to put in right now, it's showing off, it's showing up. It's a really productive time for you. Money seems to be abundant. Your energy is being asked, however, to focus a little bit more on what you're growing, okay? So, Taurus, this death card keeps coming up for you. It's the card of Scorpio, and the 3 of Swords has come up also. You're either going through a breakup is either imminent. It's something to do with a Scorpio, perhaps. This could be a previous hurt heartache. Something that needs to be transformed and moved on from. Something that might need you to really focus on what's been making you feel less than, what's been making you feel literally like you're stuck or caught up in a hurt, in a heartache that really needs to transform. You're being invited right now to focus quite intently on matters of finance, Taurus. You're really being asked to focus quite intently on what it is that you can grow in this time. Uranus is in your sign. This is expanding a lot of your horizons. And the more you invest your time into productive things that are going to grow you, it gains a lot of momentum. It soon becomes a bit of an avalanche, and the next thing you know, the money is flowing in like seamless clockwork. Okay, you are being asked to really have a bit of a perspective shift at the moment. I understand that you've been through quite a difficult slog. There are things that you need to put to an end, however, and those are matters of the heart. There is some cleaning up that needs to take place, especially in the heart department, in the romance department, things that should have been shut down a long time ago. You're now being invited to shut them out, and it's almost like a matter of urgency, Taurus. Whatever vibration, whatever energy, whatever previous hurt, heartache, whatever toxic relationship you're clinging into, it's holding you at a certain vibration. That really needs to come to an end. And things really need to be like, all of your attention really needs to be shifted onto the work that you know is going to grow you. Okay? You'll be yielding your harvests, no doubt. But it's time to get a bit focused, Taurus. Get in the zone, really. Get in the zone. Any hard work that you do is also work. And I think self-development is crucial at times like full moons. And a bit of an internal check-in, Taurus, just to see where exactly your attention's been divided is probably a good idea. Let's get a card for who comes after Taurus. Gemini? Let's get a card. Let's get some messages for Gemini. Let's get some messages for Gemini. Let's get some messages for the sign of Gemini for mid-June. And let's get some messages for the sign of Gemini. Let's get some messages for the sign of Gemini. Let's get some messages for the sign of Gemini. Let's get some messages for the sign of Gemini. Gemini, let's get some messages for Gemini. Any Geminis in the house? Gemini risings. I know we've got one Gemini rising here. Let's get some messages for get some messages for Gemini. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Look, moneybags, there's a lot that you could be doing right now, and focusing on your finances is definitely one of them. Gemini, the time is right now to just get your head down, get into this. You're coming into this time where you'll be sort of asked you're coming into this time where there's a lot of give and take that's going to be happening around you. There's a lot of relationships that are going to be dependent on this transactional energy. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because ultimately it grows you. Your finances are set to increase, and it's about to be a good financial. Either be you signing into a new job. The prospects of a new job right now are really, really strong. Having just come out of Mercury retrograde as well, I think a lot of you might be going into new positions, new jobs. You're getting promotions, or you're going to different sectors completely in your academic life, things that bring you finances even. Some of you might be going back into study. There is this transactional energy here, which makes me think of trading. Not only trading, but some of you might be getting into relationships, such as partnerships or even romantic relationships, where there is a lot of this kind of give and take. And I think with that, Gemini, you've got to be, I think, Jose, no one could get that amount of sun to get that turned up. But yes, the lighting is dim right now. Thank you for noticing. I hope you've been paying attention to the reading as well. People actually fucking listen to what I'm channeling. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could be doing 1,000 other things right now, but I come out to do this and there's some dickhead talking about the tan on my hands. What the fuck? Anyway, let's move on. Right, Gemini. Finances are abundant. Finances are really abundant right now. And the more you are in the zone, and the more that you're really focused on into what it is that you can present right now, what it is that you can give, what it is that you're about, and what your message is, I think the stronger this full moon will be for you. The rest of June is really asking you to get quite comfortable within your seat of power. Get quite comfortable within what it is that you know is yours, what you know is what your strong points are. That's what I have for you, Gemini. Always one fucking dickhead who's got to ruin the mood. Let's get a message for Cancer. Let's get a message for Cancer. Cancer, welcome to your season. Happy birthday to all the Cancerians out there. Let's get a message for Cancer. Get a message for Cancer. Let's get a message for Cancer. Okay. Let's get a message for Cancer. Won't take those, but I will take these. The Sun card. The Six of Wands and the Justice card. Okay, Cancer, Sun comes into your sign and it just seems as if a victory is inevitable. Finally, some cardinality to bring some justice back into the equation. The scales getting balanced again. The thing is, Cancer, make sure that you're not missing a trick. There's something here that you know that you've got to pay more attention to. And I think you've been willingly ignoring it. And I think, Cancer, there's a lot of growth and development that's going to happen in this season. We've just come out of the Mercury retrograde. Venus has just been in your sign. That's an awful lot of good luck. And there's a lot that you know that you've put into the pipelines that are now be showing up trumps for you. I would say don't get complacent right now, Cancer. I would say that your season is going to come with a lot of lessons. There's going to be a lot of messages that have got to come forward for you. There's a lot of growth and a lot of development that's going to happen. Don't rest on your laurels. Take notes wherever you can. Seek and grow as much as you can right now, I would say, Cancer. Okay? There's a victory assured. There's something you'll be winning out on. Something turns out to be really, really lucky. Just like I said, don't miss a trick. Pay attention. Don't drop the ball. Scales are balancing out, so pay attention to balance. Pay attention to what you can do to balance out the scales. See what you can do to maybe pay a little bit more attention to your body, what you're putting in your body. Drinking, celebrating, partying, intoxications, all that kind of stuff. Listen, the more balanced and the more you remain in the middle ground at this period, it will really, really serve you, especially while Neptune's in retrograde in Pisces. And that goes all the way until December. So for you, Cancer, I will really say focus really intently on balancing out the scales. Okay, who's next? Leo. Venus enters into Leo. It's a big one. Let the hot girl summer begin. It's a big one. Venus entering your sign. You know what? This for me just makes me think, Leo, this is that time for your love. This is that time where Leo gets the rewards. Leo finally gets the acknowledgement that Leo deserves. Right? It's been a minute, hasn't it, Leo? It has actually been a minute. And I think that love has been something that you've deliberately put on the back burner, or you may have been in relationships that you know have not been fulfilling to you. And you've been searching for that something, someone that brings that spark back to life. And Leo, with Venus going into your sign, it's just about to be summertime. You know what I mean? It's a good thing. And I would say just really focus really heavily on all the things that don't keep you bound to certain bad habits, that don't keep you bound to certain negative people, that don't keep you bound to negative hooks. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I think with your sign, Leo, you might be confronted with some of your shadows and you might be asked to finally clear up certain things that might have been lingering in your closet for a minute. So I do think, Leo, that when Venus enters your sign, it's almost like a bit of a relief. Things lighten up. And I do feel like you get a chance to finally resolve certain traumas, certain things that you might have been doing, toxic things that you might have been doing to hold yourself back. The Ace of Wands, yeah. Look, there's a spark that's going to go off in your life. And all of a sudden, things are all going to change up. You're being asked to really step up the game at this point. The Ace of Wands is momentum. It's that energy that brings result, okay? And you're being pushed out of boundaries here, and you're being asked to break certain chains that have held you in a low vibrational place, things that you might be doing deliberately that you need to have the strength to overcome. Certain relationships, this could be certain bad habits, these are things that you might be doing to yourself, these might be things that others are doing to you. Either way, be cognizant of it. It's time to break the chains. And the Ace of Wands is a sure sign that, you know what, it's time to close certain chapters and move on, and it's time to really see that there's a new dawn and there is a new day, and there is definitely every potential for you to rise again. And this time do it with so much strength, vigor, and charisma. But there's just all this toxic stuff, Leo, that needs putting away. And I think by the 27th, when Venus enters Leo, which is Sunday, you're really being asked, especially with this full moon, this Capricorn full moon, to set yourself free and start a new cycle, and do it really confidently, and do it with a lot of spark and a lot of just illumination. Just really step forward and do it. Two of Cups. There's a relationship here that is, I think, fated. Twin flames, something about a pair that was supposed to be. And you're kind of being asked to take action where you need to. You're being asked to close certain doors and break certain toxic bonds and start again, Leo. Do it with confidence and do it with a spark of charisma, tenacity, and dynamicness. There's a partnership that's in your energy. This Capricorn full moon moving forward, I would say whatever feels like love, honor it, nurture it, and take all the inspired action towards it. Close certain chapters out now, Leo. Really look at that toxic stuff. Okay. Virgo, are you ready? Virgo, give me how many Virgos have we got here? Give me a hands up if you've got Virgos. If you're a Virgo. Let's get some messages for Virgo for this Capricorn full moon. Let's get some messages for Virgo for the Capricorn full moon. Let's get some messages for the Capricorn full moon. For the sign of Virgo, seen in the house. Okay, let's get some Virgo messages. Let's get some messages for Virgo for the Capricorn full moon. Let's get some messages for Virgo for the Capricorn full moon. Messages for Virgo. Let's get some messages for Virgo for the Capricorn full moon. Easy peasy. Here we go. High Priestess, Five of Cups, the Empress. How do you always bag the best shit, Virgo? Always. Always. Listen, Virgo. Empress, High Priestess, Five of Cups. Let's put these two ladies to one side right now. What this Five of Cups is telling me is you need to have a bit of a clear up and emotionally speaking, it's Cancer season. Ride the waves. It's going to be an emotional one. The more you're focused on what you've lost, right? What your possibilities are, what your options are, all of the things that are being offered to you right now, they kind of diminish. Okay. So if there was ever a time for emotional intelligence, now would be it. Whatever has spilled, whatever is chipped, whatever is broken, whatever you can't take forward with you, whatever you know no longer fits, whatever you know no longer serves, cannot go forward with you. You have to leave it here. I always say, summer, that's it. It's your sign. It's your season. That's it. Let's go. Are you ready? There's nothing left to still be crying over, Virgo. The time is now. Okay? All that has spilled, all that has gone, all that did not work out, you now cannot remain focused on that. You are going to have to turn around and see the blessings that are still with you. A simple shift of perspective will find you where you need to be and get you where you need to go. Right now, your focus isn't necessarily where it should be. Get your mind back in the game, okay? You've got more than enough of what you need to survive, to get you where you need to go, to be where you need to be. Focus. Focus on what you have. Stop looking at what's chipped, broken, spilt, damaged. You can't take it with you. If it's broken, it can't go forward. It has to be left behind. And you have to do it in a healthy way. And you have to do it in a way where you are acknowledging the fact that it can't go forward with you. And you're being grown up about it, and you're mature about it, and you're grown up enough and wise enough and letting it just be. Look at what you've got in your hands right now. If a simple shift in perspective, and you will see the answers are all around you. A simple shift in perspective and you will see the possibilities around you are endless. You will see that the path to go, it's clearly laid out. It's just your perspective that is not letting you see the way. Once you've decided to do that, shall we move on to the Empress card and the High Priestess? Let's talk about this High Priestess first. The High Priestess, not everyone can be a High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess is a lot of mastery. It's a lot of intelligence. This is high octave, right? The highest form of energy. This is study. This is reflection. This is time spent in meditation and prayer. This is not time wasted on social media doing banal things, getting involved in random chit chat, low fucking vibrational bullshit. This is none of that. And this is none of that. This is the female version of the hermit. This is self-reflection. The high priest. Okay, no idiotic behavior. Step it up. Step it up. High priestess. There's no messing around here. No messing around. This is wasting time, right? A lot of you are leveling up in ways that is even beyond what your comprehension is, but you're still dilly-dallying in matrixy bullshit. And the time is to wake up right now, because guess what? There's a lot that you are achieving. This is your level up, okay? This is the level up. Get your mind right. You are naturally abundant. You are the season of fucking harvest, right? This is where it all grows. Growth, development. Stop acting like a fucking idiot, crying over shit that is irrelevant. Let it go. Let it go. Finally, turn around. Look at what you've got in your hands. Everything is there if you decide to grow up and acknowledge that this isn't easy. Okay? Nobody ever said it would be easy. But if you actually want to get somewhere in life, then you've got to do some discipline. And you've got to work at it. And you've got to work hard at it. And you've got to work at it every day. Every single day. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, because there is a lot of blessings, a lot of growth, a lot of riches, a lot of development. Everything that you wish for, everything that you want to manifest and you want to create as is, all a perspective away from you. That's not even any effort. That's not even asking you to do anything other than like really, really focus on where the energy is being going right now and how you really ought to know better. Wisen up. Seriously, wisen up. Let's move on to Libra. Let's get a message for this full moon for the sign of Libra. Let's get a message for the full moon for the sign of Libra. Let's get a message for the full moon for the sign of Libra. Let's get a message for this full moon for the sign of Libra, the Libra Collective, June 2021. Let's get a message for Libra. Ay, Libra. Cante. Hot summer, eh? Leo, Virgo, and then Libra. This is going to be the hot girl summer of the decade. Let's get some messages for Libra. 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 Get some messages for Libra. Get some messages for Libra. There we go. Okay, Libra. King of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Oh, this earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, And there you are, back in your back and forth, reminiscing. Do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? Libra, you know, it's as good as you make it. It really is. If you want to do something, then get out of your head and take some action towards it. Okay, especially if it's towards an earth sign who you know is growing in their own right. And they've got every right to do so because they're owning their energy and they're not dilly-dallying in the back and forth and the Libra scale swinging, which can be really exhausting for the most part. Like, I don't know how you guys live like this. As far as I'm concerned, it's about owning your energy right now. And I think all of this defensiveness, all of this back and forth, all of this like really on guard, it's high voltage, it's exhausting. And if you're tired right now, you might need to focus a little bit on your home life. And you really might need to see where it is that you can spend a little bit more time on making your surroundings nicer or making your life experience nicer, as opposed to hinging all of your energy off of the reactions of this earth energy. Okay? I think, Libra, focus more on the home, making the home life better. Really get off of the swings. It's spinning, it's back and forth. It's really a lot of energy that you're spending on the process, on the analysis, where it's like, get into the moment, get really mindful, and the answer will already be present for you. Okay? But in the meantime, Cancer season, the focus needs to be on the home. And while Neptune retrograde in Pisces is taking place up until December, if you're trying to make a fixed, solid decision, really understand that it's got to be with both feet planted firmly on the ground. I think that's what I have for you, Libra. Let's get a message for Scorpios. Let's get a message for Scorpio for this Capricorn full moon. And the rest of June. Scorpio, let yourself be known. I know at least one of you is watching. Say hello, it's okay, I don't mind you being here. Okay, Scorpio. Let's get a message for Scorpio for the full moon. I hope you're well, Scorpio. I hope you've been good and looking after yourself. Taking care of you. Let's get a message for Scorpio. 2 cards. Ace of Cups and the Empress and the Nine of Swords. Listen, Scorpio. This is a really good time. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't. I mean, there's going to be a lot of, I think, just emotional stuff that needs bringing to the surface and kind of clearing out. It is a fellow water sign. You know what happens this time of year. It all gets brought to the surface, all washed up to the surface, and it's only there for you to deal with. There are certain traumas, certain things from your childhood, from your past, certain things that are unresolved, Scorpio, that you have decided not to really look at for a hot minute. And they've kind of festered and they've kind of sort of sat there and simmered there. And now it's almost like you kind of got to deal with it. Thing is, when you deal with it, welcome Dipset Love, I hope you're well. When you deal with it, all of a sudden, some breakthrough happens. Okay, some of you might be getting pregnant and it will turn into a really, really good time. Trust the magic, the season when you're being asked to deal with something, when something comes to the surface, Scorpio, you've got to deal with it in an emotionally intelligent way, which is addressing each of these thoughts one by one. Okay? There's an emotional victory, something that feels like an emotional win, something that leaves you feeling super, super content. Pregnancies, growth, development, channeling into success is where the victory is at. Taking the time to also deal with the shadows and what's beneath the surface is also a really good idea this month, Scorpio. Take it slowly, but know that the steps that you take this month, the emotional intelligence that you picked, will win you out. It's about a softer version of you this month, Scorpio. Cancer season is about exactly that, a softer version of you. Let's get some messages for Sagittarius. Sagittarius in the house. Let's get a message for Sagittarius. Let's get some messages for Sagittarius. Let's get some messages for the sign of Sagittarius. Let's get some messages for the sign of Sagittarius. Let's get some messages for the sign of Sagittarius. Let's get some messages for the sign of Sagittarius. Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit. Okay, Sagittarius, you're about to go on this journey that's going to be financially really, really rewarding for you. A lot of soul searching, a lot of internal work, a lot of really like a bit of isolation, stepping away from like the maddening crowd. Just really following your own light right now really leads you to this really financially rewarding place. And the thing is, Sagittarius, there's certain journeys that need to be made. So take everything that's precious to you. I feel like some of you might be traveling, some of you might be going abroad, some of you might be going on holiday, you might be moving, you might just be going somewhere that's a lot calmer than where you have been. I think the journey is really important. And I think trusting the process and really thinking abundantly right now is going to draw in this financial abundance. Listen, Sagittarius, now is the time for you to really switch your internal light all the way up. I wouldn't be afraid to go it alone if that's what life is asking of you right now, to be alone, to go it alone, to do something that makes you break out of a certain comfort zone or a certain mold, or makes you do things alone where you may have needed other people's help otherwise. There's a lot riding on it financially. This is about to be a really good financial time for you, where you're being asked to move forward. Just push forward and do it in the way which applies the least resistance as possible. Okay? Money is looking great. And I think this is perhaps the time for you to not only spend time alone, just really focusing on you and what you want and who you are and how much you've grown and all of the things that have changed for you and how you are being pushed into new directions and how you like your horizons are broadening in front of you and things are being a lot bigger than you even expected them to be, and financially it's really lush. So take advantage of this. I think this is brilliant for you. Let's get a message for Capricorn. Capricornio, for your full moon. Happy full moon, Capricornios, you goat babies. Beautiful Capricorns. I love Capricorns. Let's get some messages for the fabulous Capricorns that might be watching. Let's get some energy readings. Let's get some messages for Capricorns on their full moon and mid-June. Let's get some messages for Capricorn. 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 There we go. The Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So Capricorn, this full moon brings forward for you an opportunity to move quite quickly in a direction where you may have felt previously stuck or stagnant. You'll be now charging forward in a direction that you may have been working towards but hadn't quite been able to make. I get so fucking tired around these full moons. Okay. And then my voice goes, how crazy is that? Oh, so tired. Okay. The Knight of Swords, yes, pushing forward, charging forward, going ahead, going whole hog, committing completely, and really charging forward in a place where you may have felt previously stuck, stagnating, as if you are just, you haven't really been able to make the move. You were quite unsure of yourself. It wasn't quite working out. You weren't quite sure how to do it. it seems as if there is a breaking of a certain loop, a certain cyclical pattern, a certain up and down that's been going on for a while now. And you get a chance to really break that loop, and you get to really push forward in a way that you may not have previously been able to do. Don't miss a trick with this one. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And when life gives you a whole tray of fruit, say thank you. I think you're going to be presented with an opportunity. Focus on the opportunities right now and focus on the things that you can make. And I think this full moon is not only going to really remind you of your strength and your power, but it's really going to be quite a significant attitude shift for yourself, for your personal power. And I really think that it's going to be a good time for you to be able to not only channel into this financially abundant, financially savvy queen energy, but it's also a time for you to really rebuke any bullshit that you know is just like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to like attach myself to this. Do you know what I mean? So take that Hierophant higher knowing and really put yourself in a position of, okay, I've done something again and it's not worked out. And I think I know what it is that I could do to break this cycle. And it might involve moving forward as opposed to where I have maybe had to stay still. And now the time is to kind of act on it and go forward. The universe is kind of gifting you an opportunity right now. So pay attention to where you see those opportunities and how those opportunities manifest. The Hierophant is the card of Taurus. It's higher knowing. It is spiritual practice, religion, getting close to God, praying, all of that stuff that's good for your soul that you should be doing anyway. Happy full moon, Capricorn. Right, let's get a message for Aquarius. Get message for Aquarius. Ooh, Aquarius. 9 of Swords, the Emperor, and the Page of Swords. Okay. You kind of are given this power with this full moon, Aquarius, and you're currently hosting Saturn, I think it is. And soon Jupiter will be going into your sign. And where it is you may have really needed to focus on your communication and really like clear up certain energies from the past that may have been stagnating or may have been like holding you hostage, you kind of get a chance to really like step into your power mid-June in this full moon. I think it's a break in the energy and you're kind of really stepping out there, feeling really good about yourself, and the communication's on point. I would really check for the self-deprecation and the voices that you speak to yourself with a little bit. And if you have been putting yourself down, I would really look at that a little bit right now. And I think you've got to focus on the momentum and you've got to focus on the action. You've really got to focus on making sure that this Emperor energy is you actually owning your power from a place of being in your power, as opposed to like faking it and just kind of like hoping it will work out kind of thing, Aquarius. Your communication is going to have to be on point and strong, okay? And you're kind of going to have to really own your energy right now. This 9 of Swords isn't conducive to Emperor energy. So I'm just going to say energy work, energy work, energy work. It's an emotional month. It's an emotional season we're going into. Please don't expect to be anything less than emotional. Like, do you know what I mean? Handle your emotions a bit. Learn to deal with them and process them as opposed to lashing out. Anyway, where are we? Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Jupiter retrograde in your sign, Pisces. What does this mean for you? Retracing your steps, getting rid of certain relationships around you that you know are just like energy vampires that are just eating your energy, that are not conducive to you achieving what you want, your hopes, dreams, goals, certain relationships with certain people that you know have just been feeding off of you. it's time to retrace your steps and go back and see where it is that things may have started falling apart, and where it is that you can do some cleaning up and actually like cut the cords with certain people that have been literally latched onto you, feeding off of you like fucking vampires that they are. Leeches. Ugh, it's so gross. Anyway, Pisces, let's get some messages for you. Your energy, I feel like you will have to focus on your energy. You must be getting enough sleep. This really is like such a wonderful time for you, Pisces. You've got to cut the cords on certain people, and you've got to be really diligent about it, because you know that it's just no good for you. Do you know what I mean? They're just fucking leeches. So, having said that, Neptune retrograde in the sign of Pisces, and there you are. And that's it. That's all I'm pulling for you. That's all I'm pulling for you. Actually, at the bottom of the deck was a death card. You know, you're transforming, baby. Jupiter's taking you, and it's taking you through this car wash of like spectacularness, and you're going to come out of it pregnant. No, you're going to come out of it the Empress. You know what I mean? Full of life, birthing all these brilliant ideas, possibly birthing babies. Who knows? Transformations need to happen. Certain things need to be closed out. Certain cycles need to be closed out. And you know that, Pisces. You know certain people need to go. Certain relationships need to go. Certain jobs, certain places. La, 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 la. The list will go on. Focus on your energy. I think you're tired. I know I am. Retrogrades have a way of doing that. Neptune's also retrograde in your sign. Things can get a bit illusioned, but if you decide to close all the curtains and, you know, make sure all the skeletons in the closets have been cleared out, there's no nasty surprises. So do exactly that. Commit to this transformation entirely, okay? Clear your own path, especially where you know that previously there's been mud slung your way, especially when you didn't deserve it. Things will have a funny way of coming to the surface. The truth always does, okay? Remain in your faith. That if you were done wrong, or if somebody overstepped their mark with you, it'll be brought to light. The thing is, have you learned from it? Have you grown from it? Have you empressed from it? Pisces, I think that's all I have for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your mid-June Capricorn full moon reading. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who joined. Thank you everyone who liked the videos. Thank you for everyone who commented in the chat box. I hope you guys enjoy your night, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. I shall catch you guys again soon. Take it easy, guys. Love you lots. Bye now.